Hello friends, welcome to the next session of AI. Today we'll talk about AO star algorithm. I hope you have gone through my previous video lecture where we spoke about A star algorithm. If you have not gone through, please go through it so that AO star algorithm is clear. So again, AO star algorithm is an informed search which works as best first search. In fact, when we talk about the informed search, it uses a heuristic function or heuristic value. So it is informed search. Now, AO star algorithm is based on problem decomposition. So what it does is you break down the problem into small pieces and solving them ultimately will solve your main goal. So it represents an AND or graph algorithm that is used to find more than one solution. Remember, in case of A star algorithm, we had only one solution, but in case of AO star, you can find more than one solution. Now, what does this AND or graph mean? AND is, if you remember the logic gates, AND is same like both should be true, and OR is this or that, either of this, right? It is an efficient method to explore a solution path. Remember, the word what we are using here is solution path. Fine, so it will give you a path to the solution. It is based on Endor graph. So Endor graph is useful for representing the solution of problems that can be solved by decomposing them into a set of smaller problems and all of which must then be solved. So here if you take a very simple example which you'll find in almost any online data what you go through or the books and all. What is my goal? My goal is I should own a mobile phone, right? Now to achieve this goal, there are two ways. Though you can see three arrows here, there are only two ways. One way is what you steal it. You steal it someone else's mobile and make it as your own cell phone. Other way is what you earn money and then you buy a phone, right? You earn money and you buy a phone and you can see there's an arc in between these two arrows and this is nothing but an end arc. That means both of these together should work to achieve the goal, right? So this is my problem statement. This is my goal and these are the different ways I can achieve my goal, right? And this is this part where I'm just saying steal it. This is nothing but the OR part and here this is an end part. So it is end or graph. Why end part? Because both of them together will be counted as single path. Is it clear? We'll look at the examples and I'm sure it will be more clear now. So we'll be using AO star based on the end or graph. So node in the graph will point both down to its successor and up to its parent node. That means it allows you backtracking. You can go down to the successor and you can move up to your parent node. So each node in the graph will also have a heuristic value associated with it. So I said it's an informed search, so by default it has a heuristic value. If you remember, the equation is same like what we had used in A star, right? Here we say f of n, so this is a cost function. This is the actual cost or the value what we have on the edge, right? And this is the estimated heuristic value of the node. Same like what we had seen last time. The only difference is here, actual cost, we assume it to be 1. If it is not given, then we assume it to be 1. So the examples what I'm solving here will be assuming the g of n for any node will be 1. So let us look at an example. Don't look at all these things right now. Just concentrate wherever I'm pointing. This is a simple graph or you can say a tree, right? I have a start state. From where I start, this is where I'm supposed to get. This is, in fact, you can say this is my problem statement which I want to solve. And this problem is divided into a number of sub branches, right? Now to get a solution, I need to solve them and get a solution for this. It's that simple. Is it clear? Now, as I told you all, the edges I assume will have the weight of 1. So all edges, if you can see, I have marked them as cost as 1. Actual cost from reaching D to H is 1. And the numbers in the red color, what you can see are the estimated heuristic value. Fine. Okay. Don't go in the next of the details. We'll cover them as we go ahead. So let us start. This is my problem statement. I have divided into two parts. Now why I'm saying two parts? If you can see there are three arrows, but I'm saying there are two solution paths. One is from S to C, right? And another is from S to AB. These two should be counted together because there is an and arc, right? So from S, I have two paths. One is SAB, another one is SC. Now let us calculate the cost of S from S to C and from S, A and B. So how do we calculate? So path 1 is what? S to C. So if you apply the function of f of n, so where n is nothing but your s, actual cost of reaching from s to c is 1, right? G of n is 1 and h of n is how much? 13, right? So what you get? F of s to c is 1 plus 13, that is 14. So the cost what you could calculate for the node s is 14 if you follow this path 1. Similarly, if I go to second path, so from second path, what is my path? S to A and S to B. All these three together forms a single path. So how will I count? 1 actual cost here, 1 actual cost here. So 1 plus 1, 2. Then I have heuristic value of 7 for A node and 12 for B node. So same thing what we have done here, applying the same function here. So 1 plus 1, 7 plus 12, that is 21. So for S, we followed two paths, path 1 and path 2. Path 1 gave us the value as 14 and path 2 gave us the value as 21. So we need to select the minimum of this. So right now, we have estimated the heuristic value of S as 14 because 14 is minimum. Is it clear? We started from the goal node, that is our main node which we need to solve, and we had two paths. This is end path and this is OR path. We calculated the cost of S on path 1 and we calculated the cost of S on path 2. We compared both the cost and we took the minimum cost as the heuristic estimated value of S. Is it fine? Okay, once we do this, we go further down. So now what I selected 14 because 14 is less cost. So let me explore this first. Now, when you come to this path S to C, now C has again an end type, end arc. So the solution, there's only one path from C, that is C, F and G. C, F, G is a single path. So how do I calculate the cost estimation? Of C, it will be now 1 plus 5 plus 1 plus 7, right? So here I have C, F, G, 1 plus 1 plus 5 and plus 7, which comes to 14. So now the cost function of C, which was 13, is now recalculated as 14. So whatever we are revising it, we are putting it in a blue color font. This was estimated and this is now revised cost of node C. Now when I revise the node of cost C, again I'll be calculating back the path cost of S from S to C, C to S you can say. So again if I calculate now how much it will be, from S to 1 it is 1 and now the heuristic value of C is 14, which was 13 before but now it is revised as 14. So what is the total revised cost of S? Now revised cost of S will become now 15. Is it clear? Revised cost of S will be now 15, which was 14 previously, if I follow this path. Now let us explore another path. If I can get lesser value for S as compared to this. Is it fine? So once you come this side, now B cannot be explored further, right? So this also you can call it as futility value or futility node. Now A can be explored further and A has either two paths. You can go from A to D, you can go from A to E. There are two paths, there is no end arc, so it is OR part, like how we had in A star algorithm, right? Now, to calculate from A to D, the path will be what? A to D, f of A will be, G of n will be what? 1 and h of n is what? 5. So it is 5 plus 1, that is 6, right? A to D. Here I have written f of A to D 1 plus 5, that is 6. Now similarly it has one more path, that is A to E. So A to E will be what? 1 plus 6, that will be 7. So f of A to E will be 1 plus 6, that is 7. Now you need to take the minimum of these two, of this and this. So what is minimum? Minimum is A to D, that is 6. So what we do, we revise the heuristic value of 7 of A as 7 to 6. So 6 is the revised cost of node A. Is it clear? Now, once I get the revised cost for A, I need to traverse back and recalculate whether I get a value lesser than 15. So now let us go back. Now this is 6. So again, if you want to calculate the cost of S on this path using this revised cost of A, it will be now 1 plus 1, right? Then you have 6, and then this remains same as there is no exploring further, so it is 12. So revised path from S to AB will be now 1 plus 6 plus 1 plus 12, which is equal to 20, right? And which is more than what we got as 15. So we don't accept this. We agree with the revised cost as 15. Is this concept clear? What we are doing is we are traversing back again and getting the actual lesser cost for the goal node or our start node, the problem statement. So what we did, we explored the paths available, multiple solutions as you said, right? And we explore it further, and as we go down, we come up again to recalculate and revise the estimated heuristic value. Is it fine? I think you can listen to it again, and its concept is very simple in fact. Only thing you should remember, though it shows 3 arrows, but there are only 2 paths. One is this and one is this. This is end part and this is OR path. So what we are doing, this is a main problem statement. We are divided into number of sub problems. We are solving all of them, and then we are selecting the one which gives you the minimum cost. Let us take one more example to make the things more clear. Okay, now this is again a second example. Again, this is my problem statement, which is divided into number of branches, you can say. But here I have both an arc. This, so now the path from A will be again 2. That will, first path will be now what? A, B, C, and second path will be A, C, D, right? So now let us calculate the cost for A, B, C. So the cost for A, B, C will be 1 plus 3 plus 4 plus 1. So it is 1 plus 1, 3 plus 4, that is 9. So if I follow the path A, B, C, the cost of node A will be 9. And if I follow the second path is what? Again, there is an end arc. So A, C and D. So what it will be? 1 plus 1, 4 plus 5. So 1 plus 1, 4 plus 5, that is 11. Now what is minimum here? Between 9 and 11, 9 is minimum. So I assign heuristic value as 9 for the cost of node A. Is it fine? How did we calculate this 9? Okay. Now this path had lower cost. So we explore this path first, right? Now, C is a futility node. You can say there's no further expansion here. It's a dead end type. So you start from B. Now B has an OR gate. It's an OR. So you can either go from B to E or you can go from B to F. So let us explore the path B to E. B to E will be what? G of n will be 1 and H of n will be 5. So F of n will be what? 6. So B to E it will be 1 plus 5, that is 6. Now B to F it will be how much? 1 plus 7, that will be 8. Now for B you need to take the minimum cost. So the minimum cost is 6. So now what I do is I revise the cost of B. Instead of 3, now the revised cost is 6, which is given in the blue color. Is it clear? Now once I get this revised cost, let me calculate the path again. The cost of A again using this revised cost. So again I will be calculating B, C and A, right? So A, B, C, it will be again 1 plus 1 plus 4 and plus 6 now, not 3, 6 now, revised cost we are taking, right? So 1 plus 1, 6 plus 4, which is nothing but 12. This is the cost what we have calculated using the revised cost of B as the cost of A as 12. Now let us explore this side again. Now this side from A to D, A, C, D, again it can be expanded. Again it has an end arc. So this is only one path. So from D you can go to G and H. So this whole thing together is a single path. So the cost of D, now how do we calculate it? As 1 plus 4, right? 1 plus 4, which is nothing but 10. So now you get a revised value for D. Instead of 5, now it is 10. So you write the revised cost of D as 10. Now let's calculate the cost of A using this revised value of 10. So how do you get here again? Again it will be A, C, D. So this will be 1 plus 1, 4 plus 10. 1 plus 1, 4 plus 10, the revised cost you have to take. So how much is the cost we get for A node? That is 16. So in the first path, you get it as 12. Using the second path, you get it as 16. So which is minimum? Minimum is 12. So the cost for A, you select it as 12. I hope it's a little bit clear now. So what we could do is we could calculate the cost for A as 12. This is a simple example and you can find out more and practice. If you get any difficulty, you can message me or you can put a comment. Fine. Now this is whatever we spoke just now, whatever we saw just now is a theoretical part of it. Actual AO star algorithm. So initialize the graph to start node, traverse the graph following the current path, accumulating nodes that have not yet been expanded or solved. Pick any of these nodes and expand it. If it has no successor, call this value as futility. So in fact, right now, if you see here, it does not have any successor. This also does not have any successor. This also does not have any successor. So these nodes, we call them as having a futility. Otherwise, calculate the cost function f for each of the successor nodes. Now, if you can just check it out, these are the successor nodes and we calculate cost for B, we calculated cost for D, right? Now, if cost is 0, then mark the node as solved. Change the value of f for the newly created node to reflect its successor by backpropagation. So we revise the value every time we backpropagate it. Wherever possible, use the most promising roots, and if a node is marked as solved, then mark the parent node also as solved. If starting node is solved or the value is greater than futility, stop. Otherwise, you repeat the process from step number 2. The simple AO star algorithm. Okay, now let us see some differences between A star algorithm and AO star algorithm. So A star, it represents an OR graph algorithm, right? That is used to find a single solution, either this or that. But in case of AO star algorithm, it represents an AND OR graph algorithm that is used to find more than one solution by ending more than one branch. We saw like we have combined two branches together to form a single path. Okay. Now in case of A star, it is a computer algorithm which is used in path finding and graph traversals. It is used in the process of plotting an efficiently directed path between number of points called nodes. This is what we did in the previous lecture. In case of AO star algorithm, you follow a similar procedure, but there are constraints in traveling the specific paths. The last difference, in case of A star, you traverse the tree in depth and keep moving and adding up the total cost of reaching the cost from the current state to the goal state and add it to the cost of reaching the current state. In case of AO star algorithm, when we traverse those paths, cost of all the paths which originates from the preceding node are added till that level where you find the goal state, regardless of the fact whether they take you to the goal state or no. This is what we did just now. We calculated the cost of A. I hope it is a bit clear. If you have any difficulty, do write me a mail or put me a message. Otherwise, you can leave a comment. I hope the session was useful. And I expect you all are going through all the sessions what all are uploaded. Thank you. Stay home. Stay safe.